Hello everybody, and welcome to Disco Bob Entertainment and more. What we're going to do today, a couple years ago, I started um, part one of a skating tutorial. So if you go to my playlist and you go to skating tutorials, I have one video. Um, it was part one of what you do before you roller skate, before you learn, all the safety tips. Make sure you got the right kind of skates for you. Um, Make sure that they fit you good. Get a good pair that you're comfortable with. Um, Make sure they're laced good. Make sure the wheels are tightened. You can loosen and tighten the wheels. When you go to a skating rink, and the floor guard or the guy behind the counter will gladly loosen them and tighten them for you. So sometimes you can loosen them, tighten them up. Sometimes that helps. You can tighten them bolts up on the wheels and the nuts on the wheels. But sometimes you can unloosen them up to make them a little faster. But safety tips, to be careful, and that's basically what that video was. But what this video is going to cover, this is part two. This video is going to cover on how to learn to go roller skating. I've had a lot of kids that come up to me when I used to go to the skating rinks and say to me, can you teach me how to go backwards? And a lot of them can skate real good forward, but a lot of them had a hard time skating forward. So I used to always tell them, make sure you learn how to roller skate forward before you learn to go backwards. Balance is the key. You got to have good balance. Take it from me. I've been skating for 35 years. Well, not quite 35, almost about 33 years, I would say. I've been roller skating, probably getting close to that. But balance is key. And once you get that balance and you get that feel, then you're good. And I'm going to show everybody how I learned to go forward. What's the best way to go when you first start out skating. Don't think about backwards. Don't think about sidewinding. We'll get into that to another video. But this one, we're going to focus on learning how to just roller skate. So I'm going to teach you guys and show you the way I learned how to do it. Stay tuned. Basically, before we get started, never, when you go to a rink, you're just learning, never feel like that other people are looking at you and laughing, because everybody's had to learn. Remember, we weren't born with wheels under our feet. We're all vulnerable. Anybody's vulnerable when you got wheels under your feet. Little pebble or anything you hit, you go down real quick. I've done it quite several times. I've gone down quick just on a little pebble. So I've seen a girl break her arm on a wee little tiny little piece of dirt and on the floor falling. So it's not fun, but you got to be careful out there. But it takes time. Roller skating takes time. So learning the basics. And this is basically what I learned. So I'm going to show you guys basically, this is how I learned to go forward. I will show you. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how I learned to go forward. So I'll show you out here. Okay, when you learn to go forward, you push off like I just did. You do a little push off, and when you push off, you wanna keep your head up. You don't want to look down. So I was doing a little example. But make sure you got good balance. Make sure you work on your balance. That's the important thing. That's the key to learning how to roller skate with wheels under your feet. No matter if you got rollerblades on or quads on, anything. Balance is key. So I'm going to show you to keep your head up, and I push off. And then I learned to push off. Push off of my right first. And then I learned to push off. Sorry about the lighting, guys. This garage is terrible with lighting. I learned to push off with my left. And then after time, I learned how to push off both ways. And then I learned how to push off. So I'll show you guys. Head up. Look straight. Shoulders square. And push off. Okay, when you learn to do that, then you can learn to push off whatever side you're comfortable with, the right or the left. And then now you got it. Okay, then you learned whatever side you're comfortable with, your left or your right. I'm usually comfortable with my left, but I started pushing off of my left foot. So, and I'll show you what I mean when I said to my left foot. And I'll show you this. Show you a little better one. Okay, this is what I done. I push off like this the whole time. But you got to make sure that you have your head. You can't put your head down. You know, keep your head up. Keep your shoulders up. You push off. Push off. That's what I learned. That's how I learned to do it. Then after a while, I got comfortable where I pushed off to this one, push off to that one, push off to that one. But, you know, you can work on balance by doing this. So that'll be beneficial. But I've learned how to push off. That's how I learned how to go forward. So basically, that's how I learned to go forward. I was going around a skating rink like that. I fell a few times when I first put the skates on. But holding on to the wall helps a little bit, but don't do it on a skate floor. But now they make those things where you can hold on to. You can hold on to like those, they have wheels on them, and they make those now. They didn't make those when I first started roller skating. But definitely, whatever side you're comfortable with, left or right, push off on one side. And that's how I learned. Just take your time. You know, keep your head up. Never look down to the ground. You know, you could fall. You know, but you keep your head up, keep your shoulders up, squared, and don't be so tight neither. Loosen up a little bit. You know, loosen up. I tell people loosen up all the time. Not real loose, but loosen up, because if you fall, you break bones if you're too tight. So you got to loosen up a little bit when you're on the floor. So that's basically what I wanted to show you guys, how I learned how to go forward. So thanks for watching this tutorial. Disco Bob Entertainment and more. Everybody have a good one. In part 3, we'll work on learning. The next step will be learning how to go backwards skate. So that'll be the part 3. So stay tuned for that one. Everybody have a good one. Thanks for watching Disco Bob Entertainment and more, everybody. Have a good evening.